Sir, how do you say that we moved away from living a life closely connected with nature? I still enjoy and appreciate nature whenever I look at beautiful pictures or videos of beautiful green places and animals. Please explain, no?
It is in the sense that you see a leaf or a being live is different from a photograph or a virtual image of the person. You can, it is nature, but it is a virtual image of the nature. It is different. But I'm not saying that it is bad or anything, but we should understand that this is a virtual image. It gives a great impact in our life. That's great. If you are in the real circumstance, not a virtual image corresponding with a virtual image, that will be a completely different experience. Seeing the ocean in the cell phone is different from seeing the ocean as it is. It is part of the nature. It is human creation. Human beings are natural beings. They have created the cell phone. But the experience is very, very different. And there is, when we are, for example, when you are with a plant, and when you communicate with the plant, when you are near the plant, and you pour some water into the plant, and the changes that happens in the plant, and how it communicates with you, how it emits its fragrance when you pour a little water into it, is all completely different than seeing a virtual image of a plant. This difference is there. I'm not saying seeing the virtual image of a plant is not good, it's good. But it's a different aspect of created by the human beings who are natural beings, part of the nature. It's different. The experience is very different. You can communicate with that, whereas the communication is very, very indirect when we are resorting to this. What we are doing is actually with the support of this technology, which is great, otherwise we could never communicate anything. So I'm not negating it, but instead, if I see you directly, this will be a completely different feeling. I sit in front of you, you sit in front of me, I look at your eyes, I see the blushing that happens on your face, and the feeling that comes on you is completely different, which will be more natural. But this is good now because we have no other option. So I'm not negating this, I'm not against technology or anything, but it is different. And so it's all part of nature, I agree. Thank you. You also know it. Now, some years ago, when I was living with the nature, when I left almost everything, like the like the organized life, my job, the family, in a physical way, disconnected from everybody in a physical way, and I started to live my life in an open place, full time in a garden-like place. And that was such a fantastic experience for me. And that phase in my life have really given me all confidence in me, all kinds of confidence. Because when in the early morning I get up and I clean the whole place, it's like a jungle place. Then I water the plants. When I come near the plants, I started to feel that they are communicating with me very much. They're talking. When I pour a little water, they emit all their fragrance. Whatever they could do, they are doing in return of what I do for them. So there is a great correspondence. When I come near, they come closer to me. It is how it is. But we became a little bit insensitive that we don't see it now. So that phase of life for me was so fantastic that I lived as part of the nature for almost 1 year and a half. A great time. Very, very beautiful time and living with the nature. And luckily it was so many years ago. At that time there was no cell phone, otherwise I would have sat with my cell phone and listening to something. At that time it was not there, so it was easy for me to live with the nature for months and months. Great time.